It's Diane. April 21st. Today we're going to be planting some cucumber seeds. Easy peasy. These are one of the easiest things to grow in my opinion. And we're just going to start them in some 6-packs. So I take you in. So I got my 6-pack ready. We got a peat perlite mix, 1/2 inch it says to plant them. I'm going to plant, I think, 8 seeds. Okay, simple. This one here feels really thin. I don't know if there's anything in that one. So I might put an extra one in that hole. This is the burpless bush cucumber that I plant because of space. Let's water it in. It's good to get them dry seeds watered and then cover them with some added soil to cover up the seed. Pat her down just a little bit. Alright, so we marked it. I can put this on the heating mat, or I can just put it under some lights right now. Let it germinate. The room's warm enough, I think. But I think I'll put it on heating mat today. Okay, we planted these April 21st. The cucumbers are up. They're not all up though, so I'm assuming they'll be up here shortly. And today's April 24th. April 28th update on the burpless cucumbers. You can see they're doing pretty good. There's one section of the cell there that nothing came up. So let's dig a little bit. Seeds maybe just weren't any good, huh? I'm not even finding the seeds. Did I forget to put them in? Not a big deal. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Way more I need anyway, so it'll be all fine. They look good though, right? And they smell good already. May 2nd update on the cucumber plants. You can see they're getting their first true leaf right here. They're looking pretty healthy, aren't they? They got to stay in here because we got some cooler weather coming next week. So they're going to be pretty big by the time I want to put them out. But they look good. May 9th update on the burpless cucumbers. Look at those. Aren't those nice? Now, can't plant these outside yet because we're just not warm enough. But what I will do, I'm probably going to put 2 or 3 per hill, the plants, when I do it, and I'll put a cage around them so they can climb. You can see how well they're doing. See that? Real nice. Just wanted to give you an update on the cucumber plants. Healthy as ever. May 18th update on the cucumbers. I decided to transplant a couple of these into bigger pots. We are cold here in the Midwest, down in the 40s yet at night. These guys ain't going to want to be out there, and they needed to be, they're starting to get a little bit changing in their color, which I didn't like to see. So I went ahead and potted them in a little bigger pot. They're going to be fine though. Once we get them out in the ground, they're going to turn nice and green, and they will do well. But we just need some warmer nights. Alright, so hopefully that we'll be able to do that maybe this next week, get them out in the garden. Hey everyone, today is the end of May and I am going to be planting my cucumbers. Only a few, because we don't need a lot here. We only need a few for the 2 of us, and then we do share some. But this is the cage. It's an old tomato cage. So I want to show you, I transplanted some of these cucumbers. And I want to show you the difference. These are the ones in the 6-pack. They've gotten a little bit yellow on the yellow side indoors. And they're going to be fine though. Once they get in this ground with some composted cow manure, they're going to be just fine. And then I went and transplanted a few in a 4-inch pot. Look at the difference. A lot nicer, aren't they? I'm going to be using the ones in the 6-pack first. In there I threw some compost down, some composted cow manure. There's not a lot of compost here, so I'm going to be putting more. but I'm going to mix it up just a little. I usually do 3 to a hill. That's how I do my cucumber plants. Done it that way for years. What I'm going to do is we're going to make 3 holes here. The thing we can do is to get some more compost and spread around. Now these are already wet, so I'm not going to worry too much about watering them in the hole, but I will put some water in on the surface. So what I'll do is I'm going to be bringing some more over and throwing some more compost down, which will be really good for these plants. Water them in real good. The purplish bush isn't supposed to trail and get out of hand quite as bad. So that's why I'm planting these. And my folks like them too. So I put this little tomato cage on here. I push down on the tomato cage, and once they start vining, I will just help them along so they start vining up on here. Okay? And some will vine out on the ground, and that's fine too. So those are the 3 I plant because I don't get out of hand with planting. I know how much I can use, and I know how much I can share. So that works good, and that will be fine. If I need to, I can stake this so the wind and storms don't take this cage and just, once they're up and growing, so the wind does not take the cage and tip it over. So I may put a post in here after a while once they start getting growing, okay? So this completes this video on cucumber from seed to planting in the garden. Do I do anything special with cucumbers? I think the compost will be enough. I never have any trouble if I'm layering my garden every year. I don't have any trouble with any issues as far as not enough nutrients. So I think what I'm doing must be working, and I'm pretty happy with the way, you know, the plants grow here. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate your support, and we'll see you on the next video. See you later. So I think the cucumbers have been out here for at least a week. Look how much better they look, and look how much they've grown. They just needed the right soil, they needed the right lighting, and they're doing a lot better, and that compost manure is doing wonders.